I know I just like praised this bag to death, but I am going to like, I'm gonna kind of like rip it apart as well. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me in another video. So today I thought I would do like a first impressions of my Birkin 30 that I purchased. Pre-loved. It is a vintage Birkin. I purchased it from Fashion File, and I thought I would go over the pros, the cons, and like a what fits inside kind of thing. Do I recommend? And so this is my Birkin, guys. Like, I love it so much. It is in the color natural. So one of the first pros is I love how you can get like that triangular, I don't know, not triangular. It's like a prism kind of shape. Like when you do it, I'm not going to do it all up right now because it's kind of annoying. Actually, that's why I brought this table here. I'm just going to put this right here. I just like how with the Birkin you can have like just an open tote, but also that kind of like sort of triangular shape. Like I feel like whenever you see the Birkin, it's kind of like all done up, but the way you wear it as a tote, I think looks so much better. I think it just changes the aesthetic, and this was like such a pro that I didn't really realize and how much I enjoy, like how you have that like dual look functionality, but I do like it just as like an open tote, like you're just carrying it and it's just like all out. The second thing that I just think is such a pro, how obviously iconic it is for like true bag people, like people that understand handbags, but like how understated it is. If you don't know, you don't know. I still feel like it's a very understated bag. It doesn't have any, you know, tacky logos. It's like really transcends time with the design. Even if you do like logomania, I feel like this is a really nice bag to have because sometimes you just want to break up that like logomania. You don't want to have Louis Vuitton bag and like a Gucci tracksuit. You know what I mean? It's just nice to have something that like breaks up your logos. Whether you're Cardi B to like the Olsen twins, it's a look for a lot of people that, you know, are into it. The next pro is like really there's like endless color options. Yes, there are like the iconic classic colors, but even in like neutrals to like bright bold colors, there is like a color for everyone out there. Like they have the most gorgeous selection of colors, but of course, if you play the game, you are offered what you're offered, but if you don't play the game, you will notice the insane amount of colors. I love how like chill and casual and just easygoing this bag is, but like I also love how you can still wear it elegantly. Like it is still that kind of bag where if you want to wear this to a really nice dinner, people will be like, yeah, that's a gorgeous bag. And my next point is I already talked about how iconic it is, but it is like truly like the most classic. You can have iconic bags like the Louis Vuitton like multicolor Speedy. That's such an iconic bag. That's not, you know, really the most classic in like a traditional sense. It really does like transcend time. I feel like this is going to be that bag for me when I feel maybe I'm like so not understanding what the kids are doing anymore and I'm not with the trends. I've got this. This is going to like literally be there for the rest of my life. The next pro is very obvious. I don't really need to get into it, but like it's an investment, like whether or not you want to call it that. This is one of those like safe bets where you can maybe call it an investment. Like most bags aren't, like 99% of bags aren't, I would say, like investments, but I feel like this bag and like, you know, a few others, definitely you could argue the case that it is an investment piece. For me, I don't view this as an investment, like I'm going to buy it and sell it. For me, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have this bag forever. I'll like pass it down to my children, my grandchildren. Like it's gonna be that bag. And the seventh factor is quality / craftsmanship. It is consistent. It is one of those brands where you do see the quality. After having this bag, there is a clear difference between Hermes and Chanel in terms of quality, like the way things are like handcrafted, the way that this company invests in its people. Like this is not a brand that is just like, yeah, we'll just like have anyone make our bags. Like you have to go through like a whole rigorous like training process to be even at the like level to make these bags, which is like really not like any brand, like, at least in the world of handbags. And what's crazy is like This is like a very specific leather, like the Ardennes leather. It's a discontinued leather, but it's like from a specific region of France, or like North France, that like borders on like Belgium. And it's like a specific kind of, I think it's like a male calf they use from, I could be wrong, but it's like, you know, the fact that they like are so specific as to like what this leather is just like mind-blowing to me. The fact that like they have so many different leathers, like honestly, this whole like this aspect of like quality slash craftsmanship could be like a whole topic on its own. On to cons. I know I just like praised this bag to death, but I am going to like, I'm gonna kind of like rip it apart as well. Okay, so the first con is it's not an enjoyable bag to do up, which is why I like the openness of the bag. Like, so back to that pro of like the sort of like triangular prism shape of it versus like just a rectangular tote. I think, you know, to get it to be that triangular shape, prism shape, is not enjoyable. Second con is there's no additional strap. There's no crossbody strap, unlike the Kelly, which you at least have that. It's just something you can like really carry on the crook of your arm. The third point is you cannot wear this bag like a normal tote. And to me, this is a really big one. And let me show you. Like, I can wear it like this, but this is not, you know, this is not something that most people can do, and it's like it really digs into my shoulder. But I'm really petite, so that whole like maneuvering the strap is really something that just barely fits. So if you've got like bigger shoulders or like a really big bust, it's just not happening. Okay, so the fourth option is, as much as I think this is like a timeless, like classic design, there are a lot of people, and I'm sympathetic to it in that like it's not like exciting to people. It's not everyone's style. And maybe like Hermes is kind of like an acquired taste. But some people honestly do think this bag is like very underwhelming. On the flip side, when you look at an iridescent, pink, cute unicorn Chanel bag, you're like, oh, that's really cute and flashy, and it's like that like pop on an outfit. But this bag, it's not meant to necessarily be like this like sparkly eye-catching bag. I think it is meant to blend with your style. Of course, you can get it in a bright color, but I do think the design features of it, they don't appeal to everyone. Okay, the next one is weight. I don't think this is like that heavy. I think the size 30 is like an okay weight. If you want to fill it up to its brim, it's going to get heavy. The next point I want to talk about, point number 6, it might not be an ideal work bag in the size 30 at least. And I honestly was surprised by like how not big the 30 was. Like, I don't know why I thought it was going to be bigger, but it was actually like, this is actually a pretty small bag. It doesn't fit like a 13-inch MacBook. So if you want to use it as a work bag, it might not be ideal for that. So the 7th point, and I feel like this is something that is true with a lot of luxury bags, but like there's so many like dupes out there, especially because like the branding isn't so obvious on this. It's funny, I was actually watching a movie not too long ago, Don't Look Up, and like one of like the characters, Jonah Hill, he's wearing like a Birkin. It actually wasn't a real Birkin. They like bought like a dupe on Amazon. When you see that, it's like, ugh, like it doesn't feel that expensive, knowing that, you know, people can easily make bags that are like almost, if not the exact same. Point is price slash exclusivity. Like, obviously anyone can get this bag because of the pre-love market, but like the price itself even still like makes it like exclusive. Like not everyone's gonna spend, you know, that kind of money. Personally, I did not play the game, so I feel like because I didn't play the game and because I wasn't, you know, so invested in this like image of me getting like, you know, Birkin and like getting offered this bag in the store, I feel like I'm a little bit more critical, or like I kind of view things a little bit more differently because I, you know, haven't waited like years to get a bag, or, you know, spent, you know, 2 to 1, like however much people are spending to get these bags. I just bought it. Okay, so the 9th point I want to talk about is this is not a comfortable bag to like wear because it's so expensive. Like the price is what makes this kind of an uncomfortable bag. Not like physically, I've talked about like, you know, how you can't really wear it comfortably in some ways. It's like one of those bags where you kind of feel like, you know, what if I get robbed? And it just makes me think like, will I ever truly get cost per wear because I will be too afraid? Like this is a bag I won't ever get cost per wear. Maybe like if I pass it down to like my great grandchildren, like the cost per wear would have like reached itself. That's a ridiculous way to justify a bag, but this bag in my lifespan will never get its true cost per wear. So the 10th point I want to talk about is kind of like this bag's like popularity. Like I wouldn't say this bag is very extremely common. It feels like a lot of people have this bag. If you're looking to have like the most exclusive, like one of a kind bag, like obviously this is not it. The next point I want to talk about, I've already kind of like touched on it, but like just to really like emphasize this, like you are going to baby this bag whether or not you like want to, you know, say you will or not. Like anything like this expensive, you are going to baby. And this last point I want to say is like using a reseller. Now obviously this isn't going to be the case if you like, you know, take the journey, you buy the bag in the store, but I feel like when I bought this bag I had so much anxiety with like something going wrong, not with like Fashion File, but with like the process of getting the bag from Fashion File to my home. The shipping service they use is UPS. This is not to like shade UPS, but like UPS is not, like they use UPS International Economy, okay? Like that is not who I feel like should be delivering a bag this expensive. I know there are other companies out there that probably use other kinds of delivery services. I just feel like I do have like delivery anxiety, and that like really like at such an uncomfortable rate, like especially because there's things that actually did go wrong with this bag and it was, you know, a UPS thing. So now to do I recommend? And I just want to preface this with, this is my opinion. Obviously, like if it's your dream, you do you. Don't let me stop you. And I just want to like emphasize that because I just feel like everyone has like a different opinion. Honestly, this is my first impression, and who knows, I might change my first impression in, you know, a year from now. I'll probably do like a follow-up. Like when I say do I recommend this bag, like I think like if like my sisters, for instance, like were like, hey, should I get this bag? I would probably say no. Okay, like I know. And this is like kind of controversial because I know it is like the bag of all bags, and I feel like the quality and the craftsmanship, despite how incredible it is, like it is incredible. It is not like no other brand does quality and craftsmanship like this. But I just don't think for like 99.9% of people, this is enough of a selling point. And like even just like even if you're like a handbag lover to like justify the price of a bag this high. Now, like if money is no object, just go for it. Obviously, if like money means nothing. But I feel like people are more into the aesthetic than they more are into the touch and the feel and like, you know, the like really nitty-gritty of the really like minute details of handbags. Maybe go into Hermes. There will be other people at that store with the Birkin. Like obviously I wouldn't say like try that on, but like look at it, you know. You'll see the bag, other people wearing the bag. Like see how you like how it looks in person. If you can go somewhere like Pre-Loved and just like see how you like it, because I think, you know, when you see the craftsmanship up close, you might feel different. Next fun question I like to ask is, would I rebuy this? And this is different though. And honestly, I got this bag for less than retail. And it is because it is vintage. And that is probably the only way you can get, this is like really intense quotation marks. Like I don't want to even say the word affordable because that's like not even like right. I can't even like think of a word that like accurately describes like how ridiculous like these bags are priced, because it's not obtainable, it's not affordable, like just accessible to me, like justifiable to me is what I'll say. And that's the only way, like for me. And I had to get it in like a neutral color and like, yeah. And because it's vintage, that's how I was able to justify it. And I also love vintage. So, you know, that's not everyone's like cup of tea. Would I rebuy this bag at the price I paid? Yeah, I would 100%. And I would buy it if I was offered in the store. That is my review. Honestly, like I don't want to like glamorize this bag because I don't think it's for everyone, but I do think if you like it, obviously you should go for it. I think there are a lot of pros, and I think if you're someone that really likes craftsmanship, you will like just love this bag. But I must admit, you know, every time I use this bag, I like do fall a little bit more and more in love. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna do a what fits inside, and just so you're aware, this actually has a bag organizer in it. Let's start with, this is like this Louis Vuitton like pouch thing here. It's raining the other day, so this is an umbrella, and it fits an umbrella, and you know, this is like definitely the length of a water bottle, so you could probably fit a water bottle in there. Maybe I'll put that in last. There's a card holder, origami pouch, 6 key ring, other key pouch, other origami pouch. These are my sunglasses, umbrella. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, obviously I could probably fit more in here, but yeah, that's pretty much everything that fits. Like, you know, I think I could play Tetris, but just so you get a general idea, that's what fits inside of a Birkin 30. So yeah, that is my review on this bag. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Honestly, would you buy a Birkin? Have you bought a Birkin? Like, do you think it lives up to the hype? I think that's like a really interesting topic, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.